Hello, 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 all you beautiful people out there. I am so glad that you are here joining me live. I appreciate you. Or after the fact, you just stumbled on my face. You came back to hear what Sister had to say for this weekly rundown. I am glad. I'm glad and absolutely ecstatic to give you information, share with you information in which I see. I'll be honest with you today, I'm a little foggy. Maybe it's the shadow side of Mercury retrograde, about to go direct tomorrow. My brain is not all the way there, so I just want to let y'all know before we get on in this thing that your girl is going to drink this water and hope that some clarity can come through. You ever want to get a reading, an individual reading or a couple's reading, please check the link in the description box below this particular video and go to my website and sign up for that thing. It's a brilliant situation, I believe. So anyway, just to give y'all a little heads up, if you don't already know what my 90-minute readings consist of, first and foremost, as downloads in regards to what I see in your life via your ancestors and your guides. They speak to me incredibly clearly and lead you to exactly what's going on in your life right now and what it is that you need to hear. The second part of it is going into your astrological natal chart based on your time, your date, and your place of birth. And then thirdly, we spread this like 5-card tarot spread. It's actually a packed full with a lot of information. And that's why we record it on Zoom, and so you can have it for the rest of your days. So go on and do that thing if you like. I want to say hello to the people. Thank you for being in here. What's up, Pebbles Love and Celeste? Hi, mommy. How are you? Good afternoon to you. Tinjin is here, and April Butler is here. Hi, April. She's always in the spot. Love you, Tinjin. Love is here. Dope Gal K, what's up, sweetheart? And Cressida, hi, Nicole. I miss you lots. I miss you. And I pray that you are well and you are better in a better space. What's up, Marissa? How are you? Polish my pearl. And Lolita Cooper, True Empress Wright is here as well. Thank y'all for being here. It means a lot that you are on deck in regards to listening to what comes through and you're ready to hear it. Like, this means a lot. I don't care if it's 15 people or 5 people. For folks to just sit there and be willing to hear what you have to say is a big swell in my heart. So I don't have to talk to myself all the time. Try to make sense of this myself. I say that very often because I absolutely mean it. This week I'm gonna try to make this thing as short as possible. We're gonna talk about what's going on this week, connect with a couple of downloads if my brain is clear enough to receive that, and then go into maybe 1 or 2. I'm short on time today, so I'm definitely gonna guarantee one person to do a quick read, their sun, their moon, and their rising sign. Okay, I love to offer up those readings. So here we go. Hello, Fee, love Fee. And Kimberly is here. Hi, sweetie pie. My home girl from Brooklyn. All right, so listen. This week is an interesting week in the sense that there's so many things that are changing. It feels like things are about to clear up and get back to whatever normal it seems like, with Mercury and Gemini going retrograde for the last 3 years. 3 years. Good God, that would be a situation. 3 weeks or so. Now it's about to clear up tomorrow. Tomorrow, Mercury goes direct at what time? Let me give y'all a time. At 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Around about that time, we will start feeling a little clarity. But like I said earlier, what happens is when Mercury goes retrograde, and when it goes direct, there's a lot of there's something called like a shadow period, in which the effects of Mercury retrograde is a bit greater because of it trying to get either back into formation or come out of formation, right? So check it out. With that being said, right now in this moment in time, we are doing our best to adjust. So please be careful out there. People will drive crazier than normal. Please be careful in what you hear people saying. You understand what I mean? Everybody's trying to get their brain back on track. And there's been a lot of confusion, a lot of things I said, possibly a lot of hurt feelings. So do yourself a favor and ease into this thing. The less you say, probably the better. Squirrel, but not really. When I back in the day, day, I used to do these wonderful verbal fasts. I spoke to the village about it, or at least I know I spoke to those that are in that have come to my retreats. Um, I've done these wonderful verbal fasts in which I actually find the time to not say nothing for like 24 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours. And the reason why I'm bringing this up right now, because possibly maybe you want to exercise this for the next 24 hours and or at least a 6 hour period. When you're around people, yes, you have to be around people, at least be normal in your days, right? Going, not necessarily going to work, but going on running your errands and things like this. Here's the beauty of verbal fasts, especially around this Mercury retrograde time in Gemini, which is a communicative sign, right? The beauty of it is that you start to realize how much you say, how much is worthy, how much you talk to hear yourself, how much you talk and don't wait for other people to respond. This is the lesson when you really, really think about it, that this Mercury in retrograde in Gemini has basically been trying to teach us. Say what you want to say, what's on your mind and in your heart, and stop. Over explanation, over defending, bringing up insecure moments, bringing up vulnerable moments that actually, I'm going to say, is like, uh, Sonya and her damn analogy. It's like extra peanut butter on the goddamn sandwich that people don't necessarily need. Eyebrow exclamation. The point of the matter is that when we verbal dump, when we verbal shit on people based on our own emotions, based on our own thoughts, what it is that we conjured up, it creates holes in our relationship. So again, I suggest it's a little quick download. I did not foresee this direction. But I suggest, if you are a person out there, I love verbal fast, who want to take this on for the next 8 hours, for the next 24 hours, maybe 48 hours for sure. If you have that luxury, you can write important things on a pad or you can text it to somebody, but really do your best to listen, to pay attention. You understand what I'm saying? Get your thoughts clear. So when it's time for you to speak again, you know exactly what it is that you want to say. I can't tell you how much medicine is in this practice. Trust me when I tell you. If you're the type of person that has logorrhea and just wants to talk just to be talking and to hear themselves talk, you will realize how futile your words are. You will realize how your words necessarily don't hit every single time, that you're just talking just to be talking. If you're that person that doesn't talk and you go on this fast, you will realize the things that you need to say because you keep missing the things that are around you and the things that people are saying that you need to respond to. Yes, and very yes. I just wanted to put that out there. I think it's necessary to do. When Mercury going retrograde, again, just be careful out there. Get your thoughts in order because it's hitting a bunch of different aspects throughout this week, doing its best to drum up communication, doing its best to drum up planning and strategizing, doing its best to compartmentalize our life. I don't know for you, but possibly maybe while it's been in retrograde, it's been hard to put things in order or hard to put, difficult to put hard lines. And again, compartmentalize different parts of your life. They kind of feel like they've been like gray areas and mulling like together. You understand what I'm saying? Which is causing emotional stress, which is causing overthinking, which is causing you to come to some rash decisions and or causing you not to come to any decisions whatsoever. This is a beautiful thing. And I mean, Mercury going direct is always a beautiful thing coming up out of the haze. But because it's in Gemini again, it's definitely special and doubly special because Gemini wants to be able to think things through clearly. It wants to, like, its intellectual prowess is above and beyond. So when it snaps back into position, it's like, oh, like I see what we need to do. And I know how to use my gift now. The gift of the mind, the gift of the intellect, the gift of communication in which Gemini has. It doesn't matter what sign you are. It doesn't matter who you are. This is the vibration in the air right now in which you can benefit from if you pay attention to, like for real. All right. So again, it's aspecting a bunch of different planets and the moon throughout the week, giving it extra bonus like bounce, you know what I mean? To say, yes, get that. Yes, be on that. Yes, think of this plan. Yes, call this person. You know what I mean? Your brain may be on fire in a whole nother way. So I hope that for you. I pray that for you in a way in which you can start to move forward. Okay. So you can start to move forward. In addition to that, and moving forward, right? Here we have a couple of different things that are happening. Well, first of all, happy birthday, happy solar return, happy summer solstice, happy love and emotional situations going out to all the cancers and all the cancer rising, cancer moon people, because you're feeling this season as well. It is cancer season. And if I didn't explain enough to you in the last video, I am a cancer, and I do believe that cancer energy is like every sign has its blessing, has its gifts, has its downfalls, has its lessons that it needs to learn. And I pray that you receive the lesson of vulnerability throughout this season. And if you don't know how to get that, hook up with a cancer. Hook up with a cancer and watch them in their peaceful moments. Hook up with a cancer and watch their heart swell and how they listen. Going back to Mercury retrograde, how they listen, but how they intuitively and emotionally listen to people. Oftentimes we think when we hear people's heart, you understand what I'm saying? Or I should say, when we are listening to people's heart, we already have the answer for them. I know exactly what we need to do for them. I know exactly how to make them smile. When in actuality, oftentimes in this cancer season and in emotions, you have really no idea what the emotions are going to propel you to help or to assert yourself, or where to assert yourself. Listening, emotionally listening to what is needed of the heart every second of the day in this season can help you to get closer to people, can help you to become more vulnerable, can help you to sense what it is that your heart and soul needs. It's all important, and it's all a figure eight sway. It's not about people helping us and us helping people. It's not one-sided. It's togetherness. So if I hear you and I listen to your heart, in return, you will hear me and listen to my heart. That is one of the prominent lessons that's happening. I hope this is still recording. Something just went through. The connection is a little unstable. If y'all can still hear me, please put a thumbs up. Okay, there we go. The connection was unstable, but I think we're back. But anyway, that's one of the prominent reasons and lessons that you can receive from this cancer, the sun in Cancer moment. Yo, what else is happening? Let me tell you. Oh, the full moon in Capricorn on Thursday at 2:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, it's recording. Cool. Thank y'all. I appreciate you. Full moon in Capricorn at 2:40 Eastern Standard Time, PM, right? The beautiful thing about this incredible full moon, and I'm going to go into a little bit more length with the village. And if you don't know about the village, please check the link in the bio. It will be over in 2 months, to be quite honest with you. So if you want to get on in there, come on and join us for the last 2 months. We give extended readings, extended on top of the extended, an extension cord. So here's the deal. The full moon, as we all know, deals with endings, right? Culminations of things, the swelling of something. Full moon energy in Capricorn is the swelling, the culmination of all things ambitious, all things, ain't that the truth? Practical, but practical in a sense where you use. Do you know Capricorn's phrase is I use. I use. Now, here's the deal. Some people may take a little offense to that, or become a little sensitive to it, or include themselves in that space saying, oh, you use, so you use me and you use people. Yeah, Capricorn does, but in a way in which everybody can benefit, because it's practical like that. It's like, I don't want to waste anything. I don't want to waste my time. So when you have a full moon in Capricorn of using situations, what's coming to an end of all the things that you've been practically asserting yourself with that you no longer need? I hope I said that correctly. What have you been tapping in recently? Understand, within the last couple of weeks or so, where you're like, you know what? I used this up. It's done. It's over. There's no more. Capricorn also means restrictions and limitations and hard work. What have you been working at so fucking fiercely that it has gotten to a point where there's no more, where you say, that's all I got? Now, that's a real question. And oftentimes, there are a lot of us that are very, very devoted. And we see that, oftentimes see that when things do come to an end, they take it personal. People can take it personally, like, well, I'm not finished. I have more to give. This road ain't over. I want to stay in this situation. Full moon and Capricorn goes, no, we utilize the situation. We've worked to the top. We've gotten to the top of the mountain. We've done all we can do. We said all we can say. We succeeded at this particular level. The glass ceiling is cracking out this month. You understand what I'm saying? What is that in your life where you feel like you are completely up to the end of it? Wherever Capricorn falls into your chart will tell you, will assist you. You understand? But that's where that full moon is going to fall. This is the beautiful thing about it. It sextiles Venus. It sextiles Venus this time around. So here's a little motivation for your ass. If you can get to the end of something, of all things that you've been working hard for, or the end of your restrictive behavior, the end of your limitations, the end of you being cold and hardcore and not emoting about it, something, the end to something, right? You can get some money out of it. You can see your value in it. You can see your worth in it. Maybe it'll make you more beautiful. Maybe it'll make you shine a little bit better. Why? Because Venus is in play. But you can't get one without the other. You can't find them coins. You can't expect to, okay, well, I want to end this job, but they need to pay me money before they do that. Sometimes that's not the answer. I'm not advising anyone here, but I'm saying sometimes you have to end a thing and be incredibly open and surrender to the process and surrender to what it is that you know to be true about yourself and the situation, and then the money comes, and then the worth comes, and then the value and the beauty and the love that you need for yourself and for other people walk into the door. God is dope like that. God is dope like that. The universe is dope like that, and actually really, really tricky, because we as human beings, as living in a capitalist society, we want to bargain. We want to barter. We want to negotiate. You can't negotiate with God. You can't negotiate with your ancestors and your guides. You can't negotiate with folks, honestly, with spirits on the other side that have the best for you. You got to come willing to sacrifice some things. Full moon in Capricorn says sacrifice some shit that you've been doing way too long. You've been working really, really hard at, so you can get the blessings, you can get the love, you can get the money, you can get the beauty, all things Venus. And when it sextiles, it adds to it. Sextile is an aspect that's 60 degrees away from one another, right? Trines are good too. They bring harmony, but sextiles are awesome in the sense that it adds to the cake. It's an ingredient that makes the cake even better. However, some never, if you don't start by ending and getting to, and losing control. That full moon in Capricorn is all about control and judgment. I hope y'all hearing me. Y'all not commenting too much. So that means sometimes I feel like y'all just listening, right? Which I love as well. So Capricorn energy is all about control too. Control, Janet Jackson. You can't hold on to what you think is control. You can't hold on to your judgment. Here's an example. Are you judging yourself for doing X, Y, and Z? Are you judging yourself for living your life in the way that you live? Are you judging yourself for loving the way that you love? If that is the case, that full moon Capricorn says, please drop those judgments. Please drop the conditioning. Please drop the values that you thought that was for you, honestly, that are not for you any longer. Now, Squirrel, I appreciate tradition. I appreciate the elders. I appreciate the lessons that they've given us time and time and time again. We need them. We need those foundations, right? However, at the same time, we have to be able to release the reins, so to speak, to get out of our heads, to get out of controlling and judging situation and people around us that you think that they should follow a particular line. You think that you and them should follow a particular way of being. We're always shifting and changing. That Capricorn control rigidness will honestly allow you to slip into a period of self-righteousness that will leave you alone. Alone. Capital A. Lone. Like for real. You have to shake up out of this space in which you believe is so right and so solid, but it's such a box. Full moon in Capricorn, and I know I'm harping on this, but it's necessary you get, because it's hitting that Venus. It's hitting that Venus, promising to, like, yo, I'll give you some blessings, or I give you the love that you desire, and the money, and or the money that you desire, and the value and the self-worth that's deep in your heart that you desire and that you deserve, if you stop judging you, stop controlling you, stop controlling other people, stop controlling the idea of a thing. It's supposed to go down like this. Is it really? Who told you that? Who told us that we're supposed to live our life in a particular way? That's all I'm really, really saying. That full moon in Capricorn says dead that shit. Because there are rules that are being made for you, personal rules that are being made for you every second of the fucking day. Why? Because evolution is real. Why? Because we are growing. Why? Because the world and the universe desires and requires something different. You understand what I'm saying? So be bold enough to end the thing so you can find the love and the beauty and all the things that you need after that. But most importantly, so you can be more confident within yourself and know that you're bomb for just being open and being vulnerable and being true to your word and being true to you. I hope that makes sense to y'all. I feel like I got bugs crawling on me. I really hope that makes sense. All right, one person give me their sun, their moon, and their rising. I want to do this quicker than quick because I have a couple of things that I need to do. So I appreciate you. Thank y'all for listening. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the likes. Again, it's my little campaign. We need the likes. We need the likes on this page so YouTube knows I'm doing my job, and then the algorithm, rhythms it out the way it needs to. Hopefully, it sounds like jazz or R&B. But I'm sorry, let me get with my son real quick. Make sure he's good. Here's the other thing. Okay, let me run on in here to see what y'all got going. Thank you for your patience. Who is this? Mahogany Dreaming, Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, Scorpio Rising. Oh, that's a lot of water. We know what that's about. That's an easy little read right there, huh? Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, and a Scorpio Rising. How you spell Hammett? And Scorpio Rising. Here's the deal. That Scorpio Rising, I'm sorry I don't know your name, Mahogany Dreaming. That Scorpio Rising definitely has a way of protecting that Cancer. Yeah. But Scorpio Rising is interesting. I love Scorpio Rising for determination. I love Scorpio Rising for its unique ability to observe everything that it comes across in 2.2 seconds, like quick and easy, like, right? But Scorpio Rising does have a way of not trusting. This is where it bugs out. Even though Cancer and Scorpio ride together, even though Cancer and Scorpio loves one another because it's water and they understand one another, Scorpio at times when it's in that non-trusting, mistrusting, whatever trusting, you're not trusting kind of phase, it blocks out blessings because it wants to control a thing. Understand the control about this though. Cancer energy, right, is all emotional. Cancer energy is an open heart. What you need? Oh, okay. Cancer energy is all emotions, like I was trying to explain today, and I know I explained in another video, is that Cancer energy is about vulnerability, emotionally being vulnerable to everything that comes around them. It's a very, very difficult existence. I'm just going to let y'all know that, right? So all your Mahogany Dreaming, your desires, hey Caesar, your desires want you to be open. Your heart wants to be open. Your emotions want to be open, but then that Scorpio rise comes down and shuts it down at times because it doesn't trust what's coming at it. It's a very good bodyguard to situations and people that show you no good. But at the same time, you got to be willing to be open to receive some shit, even if it's not good, every now and again, so you can know the difference, so you can work out your heart muscles. There's nothing like a Cancer and a Cancer moon person who has been hurt so much that they shut down. They shut the fuck down. I know some very, very ornery Cancer people, and it's sad. It's sad because they allow their hurt to take over them. You understand what I'm saying? And they're hurt. When they get hurt, they put on this armor, that Cancer crab shell that you can never ever get into. And here's a trick. There's a trick for you, my love. That Scorpio rise will just comply with it. I ain't like them motherfuckers in the first place. Remember what they did to us in the fifth grade? That's Scorpio revenge. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't want that. I don't care anyway. Then you live in this emotional prison almost. The beautiful thing about that on the flip side is that you can feel. So if you give yourself the ability to feel, to be passionate, to create as much as you can, your heart will be wide open and you can do more for your family. You can do more for yourself. You can do more to nourish people that are around you unabashedly. Don't be afraid to love. That's all I'm going to say. I hope that hits you somewhere in your heart, in your open heart, from one Cancer to the next. All right, I can read. I think I have a couple more minutes. I can read one more person. Again, I hope this helps you in some kind of way, y'all. And thank y'all for being patient with a couple of interruptions. Just being a mama and trying to live through this day. Hi, Angelique, the artist. Angelique, yeah, that's how you pronounce it, right? Okay, let me pick somebody else. The sun, moon, and the rise. Oh, Catherine Mullet. That's very interesting. You have a Sun, Scorpio, Taurus, Moon, and Capricorn rising. I Sun, Scorpio, Taurus, Moon, Capricorn rising. Now, what's interesting always when I see Capricorn and Scorpio together, you know, Capricorn and Scorpio is the two, I think I've said this a couple times on here, are the two most controlling signs of the zodiac, right? Capricorn controls because it's ambitious enough, works hard enough to learn all the things about a situation, right? And it believes that it has weathered the storm in its mind. So I have the right answer. I'm the worker who's going to find everything that's right, everything that's wrong, and I have the right answer. So I'm controlling the scene. Y'all need to believe in me. That's Capricorn energy, right? Scorpio energy controls because it doesn't want to get hurt, i.e., being vengeful, i.e., not trusting. You understand what I'm saying? I.e., super hyper sensitive, and i.e., observing everything that goes around so it can control what comes in its space. Capricorn, what'd you say? Capricorn rising and Scorpio sun. So that Scorpio sun is doing its best to control information that comes through from an emotional standpoint so you're not getting hurt. But that Cap rising is very interesting, right? Because again, it's doing its bit to control. But remember, your rising is your armor. Your rising is your defense. Your rising is what goes out. So it's doing its best to control everything that comes to it practically so it can save the little Scorpio heart. Your moon in Taurus, though, is calm, cool, and collected and allows certain things to go on because it's a martyr in its own way. It deals with devotion and loyalty. Dig this. What's so interesting about that control piece is that, now, this is what I wanted to say. Let me go back a little bit. What I wanted to say about the Capricorn rising is that Capricorn rising people look for projects to do. This is where you set yourself up. I'm telling you honestly. This is from a personal space, and this is a personal read kind of space, and y'all already know how I read. I don't like ABC 1, 2, 3 types of readings. I try to listen to what spirit is saying, and I go right to the motherfucking meat. Capricorn rising people are always looking for projects, always looking for people to fix, situations to fix, lives to fix. You know, always looking for something to put its prowess in, its intellectual, practical prowess in. I know what to do. I can control a thing. However, it's a setup because when you elect yourself and induct yourself to be some type of project leader for people who may or may not want you to lead their shit, may or may not want you to fix their shit, right? You end up getting hurt. And then the Scorpio in you will be like, well, I tried to. Well, did you ask them? I'm just saying. Did you ask them if they needed help, Scorpio? Because at the end of the day, you can't be vengeful against somebody who didn't really want your help in the first place, and you were just complying to your ego to motherfucking like control them and be a project. I hope that hits somewhere And I mean, I'm really, really true in that. What I love about your Scorpio and Capricorn placements with the moon right there, wanting money, needing money, loving quality, is the fact that your ass will get to the top, above and beyond anything and anybody's quells and problems and situations, whatever goes on in your life, you will succeed. You will hit the top of the mountain because you have determination like that, because you are successful in your mind already like that. And because that moon in Taurus is like, bitch, I just want some money. Moon in Taurus loves money. Taurus loves money, quality. You understand what I'm saying? So that's your aim. Just control your movements and your success and not somebody else's. So you don't get your feelings hurt. I hope that helped in some kind of way. I'm about to be out. Thank you for now. Have an awesome day, everyone. Have any quick questions? Nope. Thank you, sweetie. You walking? Oh my gosh. Somebody gets his license and wants to take my car all day, every day. You're so welcome, Miss Millet. I appreciate you. He was trying to fix your ex. How did that work? All right, y'all. No questions. I'm about to be out. I have to do the village extended and continue on with my day. Be well. Be good to yourself. And be good to everybody else around you, too. You never know what people are going through, y'all. It's not about us. It's about the community. Much love to you. Bye.